How Ariana Huffington beat anxiety-induced insomnia, and how you can too. You're tired. You finally lie down after a long day, and suddenly your brain wakes up. Thoughts start racing. Did I say the wrong thing today? What if I can't fix that problem at work? Or even worse, you're worried about worrying. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Even Ariana Huffington, founder of the Huffington Post and one of the most influential women in media, collapsed from exhaustion, literally, due to stress and chronic insomnia. In her own words, I was running on empty and sleep was the first thing I sacrificed. But here's the good news. Insomnia caused by anxiety can be reversed. Not with pills, but with practical, proven changes to how your mind and body handle stress. In this video, you'll learn how to retrain your brain to fall asleep faster, even when your mind won't shut off. If you enjoy this kind of content, consider subscribing to the channel. It's completely free, and your support helps this video reach more people who truly need it. Falling asleep shouldn't be this hard, but when anxiety is part of the equation, even exhaustion isn't enough to bring peace. For many people, nighttime becomes the stage for every fear, regret, and what if scenario the mind can conjure. You're not lazy. You're not broken. This is anxiety-induced insomnia, and it's more common than you think, especially for adults juggling responsibility, uncertainty, and an overstimulated mind. What makes it even more frustrating is that your brain knows you need rest, but it doesn't know how to shut down. And that's what this video is all about. We're going to explore how your brain accidentally learns to associate bedtime with worry, and more importantly, how you can retrain it to do the opposite. No hype, no pills, just real human solutions. 1. Schedule time to worry. It sounds strange at first. Why would you want to worry on purpose? But here's the truth. Your brain is trying to help you. When you're lying in bed and suddenly your mind starts racing, replaying conversations, predicting worst-case scenarios, or obsessing over your to-do list, it's not sabotage, it's a signal. Your brain is saying, hey, we didn't finish processing all this. Now seems like a good time. So the key isn't to suppress those thoughts. It's to relocate them. That's where deliberate worry time comes in. Pick a time each day, maybe right after lunch or dinner, and spend 10 to 20 minutes simply writing down everything you're worried about. No pressure to solve it all. Just get it out of your head and onto paper. As one viewer put it, it took me 2 hours to brain dump everything one night, but afterward I slept like a baby. I finally felt heard, even if it was just by myself. You don't have to wait for a crisis to use this. It can become part of your daily rhythm, like brushing your teeth. And over time, your brain learns. Worry has a place, and that place is not 2 a.m. Even Emma says, if you don't want your brain to bark at bedtime, you've got to give it a walk during the day. By creating this space, you're not feeding the anxiety, you're giving it a home. And that small shift can be the first step toward peaceful sleep. 2. Sort through your worries. After writing down your worries, it's time to bring order to the chaos, because not all worries are created equal. Some are actionable, things you can do something about. Others are hypothetical. What ifs, maybes, and imagined disasters your brain throws at you in the dark. Take a highlighter, or just go line by line and ask, can I do something about this now? If the answer is yes, great. That's an actionable worry. If not, it's likely a hypothetical or a future-focused fear. As one person in the comments wrote, my anxiety is always about the things I can't control. I keep reliving my mistakes or fearing something bad will happen. Sorting them helped me realize most of them weren't even real problems, just loops in my head. This simple act of sorting helps your brain feel in control, and that alone lowers stress. You're separating the signal from the noise. And here's the gold. When your brain sees that you're giving attention to the right kind of worries, the solvable ones, it slowly lets go of the others. You don't have to fix everything. You just have to make peace with what you can't fix right now. Sleep doesn't come from having zero problems. It comes from knowing which problems deserve your energy and which ones you're allowed to release. 3. Deliberate worry. Train your brain to worry at the right time. You can't just tell your brain to stop worrying, especially when it's 2 a.m. and your thoughts are spiraling. Why? Because worry is your brain trying to solve problems. But if you don't give it a time and place to do that, it will show up at the worst possible moments, like bedtime. That's where deliberate worry comes in. This technique teaches your mind, we're handling this, just not right now. It's a way to move worry out of the bedroom and into the daylight. Here's how to do it. Choose a consistent time each day, ideally in the afternoon, but not too close to bedtime. This becomes your dedicated worry window. Set a timer for 10 to 20 minutes. Treat this as an appointment with your thoughts. Dump your brain onto paper. List every worry, task, or racing thought. No censoring, no judgment. Separate what you can control from what you can't. Highlight actionable worries, things you can take steps towards solving. Then mark the rest as hypothetical or outside your control. A viewer once wrote, "The thing I worry is, will I be able to fall asleep, or will I spend another night sleepless?" This perfectly shows how fear of insomnia itself becomes part of the cycle, reinforcing anxiety instead of resolving it. Deliberate worry gives your brain a system, and that system sends a powerful message. We're not ignoring these thoughts, we're just dealing with them at the right time. It's like giving your mind a folder labeled later and slowly retraining it to trust that it doesn't need to dump everything out at night. This practice alone has changed lives. It brings structure to chaos and allows rest to reclaim its rightful place at bedtime. Next, we'll tackle the worries that can't be acted on right away and why acceptance might be your best sleep tool yet. 4. Acceptance. What to do when you can't fix everything. Sometimes the weight of the world settles in just as your head hits the pillow. And the hardest part, some of those worries don't have an easy solution. Not tonight. Maybe not ever. This is where acceptance becomes essential. When your brain can't solve something, it doesn't mean it stops trying. It keeps spinning, going over what you should have done, what you might do, and everything you can't control. That's where we step in and say, it's okay to not fix this right now. Acceptance isn't giving up. It's making peace with what's outside your control, so your mind can rest. You can even say it out loud. I can't do everything at once. I've done my best today. Right now, rest is what I need most. This emotional permission resets your nervous system. Many people in the comments shared how they found peace through this shift, realizing that sleep doesn't come from controlling everything, but from letting go of what they can't control. Here's a quick technique. Write your unsolvable worry on paper. Fold it and put it in a box, literally or metaphorically. Say, this can wait. Some even create a ritual, like lighting a candle or placing that note under a calming object on the nightstand. It's symbolic, but it works, because once your brain sees that the job of fixing it is done for now, it can stand down. Acceptance is not weakness. It's choosing peace over pressure. And it's one of the strongest skills you can develop for a better night's sleep. Twilight. 5. Gratitude and refocusing. Replace worry with calm. Once you've faced your worries and accepted what can't be fixed, the next step is to guide your brain gently to something safe, something calming, real, and grounding. That's where gratitude comes in. not as a cliche, but as a powerful neurological redirect. Gratitude shifts your focus from threat to safety. It calms your nervous system, lowers stress hormones, and activates the parts of your brain responsible for emotional balance. Here's the simplest technique. Every night, write down 3 things that went well today, no matter how small. Maybe you enjoyed your coffee. Maybe you finished a task. Maybe you made someone smile. This isn't about being fake positive. It's about teaching your brain that the world is not entirely chaotic, that there are stable, good things, even on bad days. One person in the comments shared, "I write down my wins for the day and practice gratitude before sleep. It doesn't erase anxiety, but it reminds me I'm still moving forward." You can also anchor this moment with a small ritual. Light a candle, listen to calm music, read a comforting book. All of this reinforces the message. Now is a safe time to rest. You can even create a bedtime mantra. Tonight I rest in what I've done, not in what's left undone. As your focus shifts, your body follows. Heart rate slows, breath deepens, and your mind starts associating nighttime not with stress, but with stillness. Gratitude is a gentle teacher, and over time, it helps your brain find its way back to peace, night after night. 6. The nighttime plan. What to do when you still can't sleep. You did everything right, faced your worries, practiced gratitude, dimmed the lights, followed a routine. But Tao, you're still awake. Now what? First of all, you're not failing. Sleepless nights happen. What matters is how you respond, not how fast you fall asleep. Instead of lying there getting frustrated, create a nighttime response plan, something calming, repetitive, and non-stimulating. Step 1. Do a brain dump. Grab a notebook and write everything on your mind in no filter. Thoughts, fears, lists, even nonsense. Once it's on paper, say out loud, "This can wait until tomorrow." This mental closure helps tell your brain the to-do is done. Step 2. Choose a gentle activity. Leave the bed if needed and do something neutral. Read a paper book. Listen to a soft podcast or ambient sounds. Stretch slowly or breathe deeply. Avoid anything with blue light, fast pacing, or emotional hooks. Remember, the goal isn't to fall asleep instantly. It's to help your brain feel safe again. One viewer shared, "At 5 a.m., I gave up fighting. I wrote my thoughts out, listened to a boring lecture, and the next thing I knew, it was morning. I finally slept." Step 3. Reassure yourself. Say things like, "My body knows how to rest. Sleep will come when it's ready." Fighting insomnia adds pressure. Accepting it, with a gentle backup plan, removes it. Over time, your brain starts to associate these actions with relief, not failure. And soon, that old fear of being awake at night, it starts to fade because you've replaced it with tools, not tension. And that's real progress. 7. Sleep-friendly environment. Make your room a sanctuary. Your bedroom might be saying, "Stay alert," without you even knowing it. When you struggle with anxiety, your brain is already on high alert. So if your environment is cluttered, noisy, too bright, or filled with reminders of unfinished tasks, sleep becomes even harder. You don't need a luxury spa setup. You just need a space that tells your nervous system, "This is a safe place to let go." Here's how. Dim the lights an hour before bed. Warm, soft light signals melatonin release. Declutter what you see from bed. Your brain doesn't need a visual to-do list at midnight. Keep the temperature cool, between 60 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, helps trigger sleep. Try scent anchors. Lavender, cedarwood, or sandalwood. Create calming associations. Use a white noise machine or a calming playlist to drown out small noises that can spike anxiety. One person shared, "I used to wake up in panic every night. Then I changed just 3 things. blackout curtains, lavender oil, and putting away my laundry. Sleep started feeling safe again. Every small shift you make in your room is a signal to your brain. It's okay to power down now. 8. Routine repetition. Turn sleep into a habit, not a hope. When it comes to anxious insomnia, consistency beats intensity. Every time. Many people try something once, like journaling or stretching, and give up when it doesn't work that night. But that's like going to the gym once and expecting instant strength. Your brain learns through repetition. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Here's how to turn sleep habits into neural pathways. Stick to the same wake-up time, even on weekends. Use the same wind-down routine every night. Maybe it's a warm tea, journaling, or soft lighting. Repeat your mantra, like, I've done what I can, now it's time to rest. Track small wins. Celebrate tiny shifts. Fell asleep 10 minutes faster. Woke up once instead of 3 times. Didn't check your phone at 2 a.m. From the comments, it wasn't magic. But after 3 weeks of keeping the same night routine, I realized I was falling asleep without even noticing. Consistency rewires the anxious brain. So even if tonight's not perfect, it's one step closer. And that's enough. Don't just hope for better sleep. Build it. Insomnia tied to anxiety isn't just about sleep. It's about overwhelm, uncertainty, and an overworked mind that never gets to clock out. But now you have real tools. And by using them gently, consistently, without the pressure of fixing everything overnight, you're retraining your brain, one evening at a time. Responding to something we hear often in the comments. I just want my old calm sleep back. Yes, and you're on your way. If you like this kind of content, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free, costs nothing, and helps this content reach more people who need it too. And let us know in the comments, what part of your sleep journey are you on right now? We're listening and rooting for you. Sweet dreams.